Okay, good morning everybody. Today is finally last week of the international business. So nowadays it's very hot, so be careful for your condition. So okay, today, last week I talked to you regarding this subject. Last week I didn't finish the business function, especially related international business. So I guide for you, for example, by 15 examples, and last week I introduced only 7. Just so briefly remind the function area of business, especially international business related. So as you saw, is in the business several kinds of the functional areas in the administration part, customer service part, distribution part, financial function, HR, human resource part, and ICT. ICT is information communication technology. It's ICT. Marketing function, sales function, production function, research and development, R&D function. These things is, for example, of functional area of business, especially especially the related some examples related international business. I write for you just a review. Continues last week. Where is it? Okay, just briefly, I introduced to for your in mind. Okay. First, first strategy. Second, strategy and finance. Third, sales and marketing. Fourth, research and development, R&D. The fifth, IT, information and technology. Six, customer service. And seventh, the human resource, HR. It's human these things we reviewed last time for example of the 15 business functions. So I'll show you again the pictures, these things. So today, briefly, I want to introduce more A's. Design. As you know, the design is also very important function for your business. So design firms or departments handle the visual aspect because it's a sightseeing of the brand strategy, identity, and design. So the design create works for both the internal or external audience, like the employees, also customers, and especially the produce the content for print or online advertising, billboard chart, or website, or radio, television, as you know, social media include that. Also the mobile application. These things is some kind of the aspect of design are very important because they have pastor or brand image and the reputation. This design is also very good, very excellent function of the business. So, and then ninth is communication. Communication is also very important function of the business part. So communication department or agency handles all aspects of public relations, cooperation communication, and crisis management for the company or brand. So especially most companies have separate communication department. So they are some press research release, reach out to the reporters and journalists, promote the company and the brand. Also, they operate as a spokespersons and responding to issues or concern and write speeches or talking point for executives. There are some make a writer and some communication commenting. This is communications and governance. Hence is governance. Governance is a little bit related to authorities. So corporate governance is the direction and control of company through the system of rules. Each company have their separate or individual system of rules. Also their processes and practices are specified there. So the governance department oversees the performance of management, how generate the revenue, that includes the responsibility and some related for products and services. So these things is related to the governance, okay? And 11th is production, very good, production. Production is manufacturing branches. Manufacturing. Also, there are sometimes is production and services is outbound, is output of the function. So there are, that's why the production is also very important function of the business. Sourcing. The sourcing department of a company handles the pricing and the purchasing of materials, components, equipment, supplies and services, often buying high volume of items with the goal of lower cost. That's last time I talked to the cost and time. So how can we minimize the cost? And how can we save the time is also related to productivity. Because this is for input area. Cost production or services is how. How can we measure this one is production. Production is productivity. Productivity is related for company related. Finally, if they have some excellent productivity, it's on that revenue. So anyway, the cost and time is very important valuation of the item. It's a sourcing. Sourcing, to say again, how can we make the goals with low cost? And supplies and services, equipment, components, the purchasing of materials, sourcing, and quality management. We say the QM. QM is quality management. The QM is exactly related to the production. So quality management firms and departments ensure a product or services is consistent and reliable. The QM first goal is consistent. Same quality, same quality and services. So quality management procedures often focus on these 4 steps of production. Quality, this is important for the management science part, but just I briefly introduced the 4 steps of production: quality planning, quality assurance, quality control, and quality improvement. So they are 4 kind of the 4 steps. They focus on quality. How can we plan? How can we assure and control? And improvement. This is quality management, okay? And distribution. Now this very accesses this area is distribution. Distribution is related to logistics, as you know. The distribution is the process of reach the customers with product and services on the behalf of the company. This is distribution. Some companies has their own distribution systems, as you know. The manufacturer company can do the selling and delivering directly itself or through other channels, something like the distributors or intermediary partners. For example, retail distribution, often there are 3 distinct levels. For example, customer service representatives, growing technologies, provide knowledge, management, solve these things is related for distribution. Distribution is also very important function in international business. And for this next 15 final is operations. Operations is a little bit related to management. Operations is the core business process for the company or organization. It can vary by industries. For example, IT company or customer service company or something. Other companies, very different situation. Even if the same products or services, the company has different operating systems. So operations is also very good example of their business function. Okay, so these 15 is business functions. How can they control? How can they operate international business? Is directly related outcome, that is the revenue. These things is international business function. Okay. These things is the last 9th week content. Now, last week I talked to you. Last week I wanna introduce the let's see, thoroughly international business total review for your mind. And these things is for your concept of the international business. just briefly I introduced this course review there, okay? I want to remind for you for 7 chapters. First is what is the international business? Just remind for you. And characteristics of international business. What kind of the characteristics, especially international business? And third part is the dimension of international business. Dimension means is some different aspect. Right? And fourth chapter is component. What types of international business? There are 2 kind of components or types. And continue the importance of global business. What is the importance of global business? And domestic versus international business. What is the difference? And challenges to international business. Some futures, some trend or focus things. And then I would like to introduce the conclusion and successfully this quarter my class finish. So first, what is the international business? Remind. This is commercial transaction. This international business refers to the commercial transaction between 2 or more nations, as you know. So we say international business. Commonly we discuss this globalization is same meaning in the recent trend. The international business is so what is the international business? This is commercial transaction between several nations, and the globalization is the same meaning in the international business. That's it. And just I introduce the word global village. Global village. But there sometimes it's a global villa. It means is we can't make some one area or one boundary world because of the information or IT or internet service is very popular. That's why we say global village. Global village means is we are under one categorized. This is for global village. So also very similar meaning is borderless. Borderless world. Borderless means is no border each company, each nations. So we mentioned the international business. We say, the world is become a global village and a borderless world. That's why we are removing that. Okay. So it means it's global village. So the world is combined one category. This is for related for international business definition. So some researchers say to the international business definition, and this is passed. And second is characteristics of the international business. There's the market of both 2 national and international levels, going to the global, more there are some passive. So multinational companies, something like the Coca-Cola, Sony, KFC, McDonald's, Microsoft, Apple, etc. There are some different characteristics of the international business. So the global related the global business characters, some point is different. So cross-border credit. Two or more countries are involved in the business. Global as well as the domestic competition. The use of foreign currencies based on free market economy. Import and export international products. Free flow of factors of production, something like that. So also the impact of international organizations, for example, WHO, WTO, IMF, UN, OPEC, something like that. Also the related characteristic of global business, so foreign laws, foreign environment. So these things is for decide the characteristics of international business. Okay, let's move to the third part, dimensions. What kind of dimensions of the international business? Several factors there. So because the multinational business activities are open to wide range of stakeholders, because it's even if they're located in the New York stock market, but they're in Africa or South America can invest at the real time or invest in the new stock market. So this is widely open to world. So that's why the governments of the national permanent organizations can engage in such operations, whereas business firms are already engaged in the international business because it's already they have the operating systems on a regular basis. Even if they are separate, the different country can invest over the world. So as a result of this dimension of international business, there are several kinds of combination and permutations. For example, first week I introduced that one, just to remind for you. G2B, G2G, B2B, and B2C, something like that. So G2B is government to business. The government of any country moves the goods and services of investment to business enterprises. It's a government and the related business, each business. So G2G is government to government. The flow of goods or services and investments is take place between two respective countries. This is a G2G, between two countries. And the B2B is a business to business. This dimension takes place, there business enterprise of countries move to the service and goods and investment to business enterprise in other countries. That means it's business to business in different countries. The B2G is business to government. This occurs, happen to business takes the initiative to move goods to the government. Because it's, for example, in the United States, confirmed to export to China government, something like that. B2C is business to customers. This dimension is more traditional and common. So business enterprise of one country moves the goods and services or investment to customers, to or citizens in other countries. A little bit different customers and citizens. Because customers belongs to the service and products, but the citizen is not belongs to the products of the company. This is a little bit different. Customers and citizens. Okay, these things is the dimension of the international business and types. Just to review this one, last week I talked to it. And components, types. What kind of components of international business? The transaction of the international business may include the international sales and trade and international investment. So first, international sales, international investment, and that's direct investment. So international sales and trade. As you know, it includes export, import, and entrepôt. Entrepôt, import, and export, import, and export. As you know, this import and export. And entrepôt. Entrepôt. That sound T. Entrepôt. Entrepôt. Import, export, you know that. The type of the international business, there are three kinds. These very specified there. Entrepôt. Entrepôt means it's warehouse. So big factory. You job that warehouse. Warehouse is entrepôt. Entrepôt. Okay. And the other one is components of international business is international investment. As I say, there's an international direct investment or joint venture or something like that. And direct investments and portfolio investment. These things is related to international business. And the next chapter is important of global business. What is the important things of the global business? There are no doubt about the importance of global business as we know it. So better productivity, higher income, and strong image global business is required that the new trend in the 22nd century. So business operating in the domestic, being that they all need of wants. So in the world, they are kind of the need and want. Let me introduce the needs and wants. What is referred? So before some decades ago, the customers wants or need some product and services to the company, to the firms. Nowadays, it's exactly reversed. So, customer here, and this is firms. First time, the firms pushed their products or services. So we make it the products and services, the customer is follow, as you know. This is very important event is the revolution, the machine and the power equipment. These things is based on the productivity, product and services pushed to the customer, customers take. And nowadays, the customers ask for something, product and services to the firms. Why? There are many competition and the customers already knows it every or they need or wants is very high levels. That's why nowadays customers ask for some product and services to the company or firms. At that time, we mentioned what is the difference between needs and wants. Mostly customers asking for wants. I need some cleaner. I need for some specified water or something like that. And wants means is basically needs things. But the needs means is even if we don't have this product, we can do that everything. But needs is a little bit more specified or more extra wants included with it as a need. So a little bit different, especially marketing area is different because the marketing strategy made by needs and wants separate. So also the global business is also same functions, the needs and wants of the different countries between the international business. So needs and wants is a little bit different concept. Anyway, comparing here. So the importance of global business, I don't say anymore because as you know, this the global business is very important section in the area. Okay, let's move to that. What's the different domestic and international business? I think this is 50 weeks. I review that. So anyway, we are by definition. The domestic business means a business within the country. But the other hand, the international business means between beyond the border of the country, means between the two different countries. So domestic service, national customers, and the international service, international customers. The risk associated managing domestic business in different level. But the companies go international is different levels for take the risk. The reason is very different because the countries have got different customers, different traditions, different politics, legal, cultural, environment is also different. Let me introduce a little bit different risk. Every operation and every international is related to risk. The focus is how can we escape the risk and or the out of the risk, especially investment. So at this time, we think about two things: uncertainty. Every situation is distinguished two parts: risky and uncertainty part. So if I want to invest on stock market, this stock is risky or uncertainty situation, and then we decide how can we resolve these two vague or confirm this situation through the problem. Probability. So some books says the God give us a gift for probability to escape the risk and uncertainty because every human beings located for risky situation and uncertainty because we don't know there's any futures or tomorrow or any 1 hour later. So how can we escape or prohibit these things? Only probabilities, unique method probability. So if you go to there by car or bus or by train, there are several kinds of the method to go. For example, to go to the San Francisco because it's next week is the holiday. So there are many kinds of methods to the San Francisco. But the factor is how can we escape the population and take times and get a ticket. Also be tracking or something like that. So several kinds of factors there, and then we think about the probability. Okay, first by bus, probability escape the traffic 20%, and the train escape to 90% or something like that. So probability is it's a unique resolved method by these kind of certain thing. So These areas is my main major. And then a little bit post steps and strategy. So we know the probability. And then next, how can we make the strategy? By probability or more uncertainty change, something like that. The input in here, data. And now there's information. So the goal is to escape risky and uncertainty situation by probability. Probability based on information and data. Nowadays, that's why they big data protein. So also AI. These things relate the data. And the data is accumulated, and then we can calculate the probability, and finally we get specified to get a goal strategy. These things nowadays processing everything. The human being, everything is part of that. So specified area is big data, AI, and before the time is computer science, and IT, information technology, IT, computer, the internet. These things based on the big data or AI. Also, these step-by-step dimensions start the probability. Okay? So that's why nowadays most just focus this area. Computer science and computer engineering is promoted. Nowadays, they make majors related for AI or big data, data search, and something like that. And it's different. These content almost PhD course content. Not this introduction part. Anyway, back to in here. The challenges of the international business. Challenge means is what is the future success factor. So global business provides a very various benefits to company. So that is the more chance to gather their goal in the world. Is the challenges. So at that time, the companies think about the challenging environment. As you know, there's a political environment, economic environment, cultural environment, legal environment. Let me review that. Also, the other factors for related the challenges is need for new strategy, because it's all of the world is quickly changed the situation. That's why. And information gap and high competition require quality management skills, managing global teams, foreign exchange and inflation. Especially nowadays, very factors is foreign exchange rate, as you know, also the inflation rate. Today, morning news, the first time, last end of the July, the FRB announced that we don't have any more plan to increase the interest rate, but today index shows to the we need more increase the interest rate 0.25. So it is delaying the inflation. So which is correct, nobody knows it. But anyway, there are something rumors for we need more increased interest rate and something. Okay, anyway, the last conclusion of this discourse related to the international business. So global business, or we say the international business encompasses commercial activities at the global level. So it does not stop at only international trade and manufacturing foreigns, but also covers service, industries like tourism, transportation, advertising, retailing, wholesaling, and mass communications. Added one thing is the commercial transaction between countries. These things is the global business and international business. So these authors very interesting comment in here. Global business and going global is blessing for businesses. Like that. So that means there's a blessing. Blessing means it's God gives some gift. This is international business. So I say this global, going global is the present or gift from the God, something like that. This is a funny conclusion of the authors. Okay. Anyway, okay. These things is this quarter will take time for international business. But one thing is this subject is not related for your major. Most chances some special situation. But anyway, I have to introduce or review my subject, even if it is not related for missions, because this is for general education. Why we study the general education in the college level? This is another story. So if we have time, I explain that. Anyway, we have to take time for very hard time. I know that. So if you have any question related to this one, let me know it. Okay. Any question? Let me know it through the school office. Okay. Thanks for joining this class, and hopefully I will meet you next course September 20 or something.